YouTube channel, which is very, very exciting. Thank you, Mike, so much for being here with me. This is my bi-weekly show where I invite one of my lovely LinkedIn connections to come on and just have a conversation with them about their business, what's going on in their world, and just learn more about them, just to highlight who they are and the incredible work they're doing on this planet with other awesome people. So thank you so much, Mike, for being here with me. I'm really excited to have this conversation with you and to be wearing plaid with you today. I know you are the Redneck Financial Coach, or at least that's what it said in your headliner. And that's the reason that I connected to you back in the summer. So we've been connected since about August, and it was all because of the redneck, all because I'm from Alberta and love rednecks as well. And so I figured, you know what, let's wear plaid, and I'm glad you joined me in on the fashion statement. So great to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Because you were dressed that way, I just had to get dressed this way too. So it's bad because I remember I wore this yesterday. I just wore it for the show yesterday on the Hounds of Business, and now everybody's like, "Dude, he's like Charlie Brown. Like he wears the same shirt every day."
So that's
No,
why you were smelling it.
yeah. And by the way, Alberta, I've got to go to Alberta, Canada, because there's more rednecks there than here. Uh,
Yeah,
there, there's rednecks everywhere. In Uganda, there's redneck. I didn't like. Wow, like I'm gonna go on a redneck tour, just
you
go
should
around the
actually.
world and
New Zealand
find them.
would be another place too. They call them bogans down there, though, instead.
Yeah, and I think like everybody in Australia likes me, so might have to take a trip out there, like an extended period. I like the Australians, man.
Uh-oh, Kim
How
Parnell just
how
said redneck means something different in Alabama, Sam. Well, we're not in Alabama. I don't know what that means, but don't take offense to anybody from Alabama.
it's not too far from me. So, but yeah, I think it means well down. I had somebody a long time ago when I went to launch the Redneck brand, which was really Larry the Cable Guy in reverse, right? I didn't
Mm,
become a red. I was always one. I just hit it, and so um, yeah, when I went to do that, it was funny because I didn't want to do that. But somebody had told me, they said, well, somebody might get offended by you saying redneck. I said, yeah, anybody but a redneck would be offended by me because that's what I am. I'm like, that's who my friends are. I'm like, hey, redneck. They're like, what do you want? Like
yeah,
it's like a
well,
second name, right? So,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, hey, so and that's we
hey,
got to adapt to all different types of people in this world and different belief systems, and we're here just to love and give love. So that's what we will
I'm a fancy
continue to do.
redneck. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at your fancy background and hat with the pink spot.
You, you can't see it. I have shoes on, even though they're just house shoes.
No way. I actually don't have
House
shoes
shoes.
on. I've got socks, but no shoes.
Or no pants. Yeah, you had to check.
You knew.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. See, that's why I'm
Okay.
here. You were just too much fun. Hey, the guy that wore the boxer shorts.
Mhm.
That's why I don't do it. I would love to, but I would be the goofball that stands up and clicks end, and nobody wants to see that. So
Yeah. I mean, there might be
you're
some
welcome.
people that want to see that, but we won't give them the show, right?
Mm-mm. No, we want people to watch, not run away. Yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm good.
Awesome. Well, hey, so it's just so great to have you here. Definitely want to get into just learning about you and representing you and your business and all the great things that you're doing. I know on your LinkedIn headliner, it's Redneck Financial Coach and Business Mechanic, but you also have the desire to help people with their community growth and their dating life. And so I really want to get a good sense of what you help your clients with. Can you break it down for us?
Yeah, the short version, because these things found me. So originally, it was the financial coaching, and about 15 months ago, I mean, when COVID hit, right? Imagine you're in an industry, in a business, and they tell you you have to market yourself, do business, and feed your family, but
Hmm.
you can't talk about it, very little, and nobody wants to hear about it. That was me in the financial. That's pretty much anybody in the financial industry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to market it. You can't talk about it. Nobody in America wants to hear about it. That was me. So I did. I just basically like after COVID hit, all of us older folks, right, over 40 and stuff, we couldn't go out and play in person and network. So what do we have to do? Well, we turned to social media. We didn't know what we were doing on social media, so we started pitch slapping with a P and spamming people. And that's what I did. And but I saw other people that could do it, Sam. I couldn't do it. I
Hmm.
just I hated the process. I wasn't good at sales. I just felt uncomfortable. But again, I didn't want to be homeless, so I just worked real hard at it. And the community aspect found me, long story short, um, to do more business, to help people financially, to help their families. Um, I just started loving on people. I mean, because I couldn't talk about it. Nobody wanted to hear about it. So what else could I do? Well, I was learning how to grow on LinkedIn. I started learning how to do things. I just put them in a little group and kept up with them and kind of, went from there. Organically, it turned into what you see today with the Hounds of Business community, the live stream, and all this excitement and hoopla. But it really started with the kindergarten skills. So the business mechanic, the pro business mechanic, that come out of if I can do it, if I can grow on LinkedIn with those kind of parameters and obstacles, what would happen if I taught somebody else to do it? Well, I'll tell you what
Mhm.
happened. They kicked my butt in a faster pace, right? And so it just kind of caught on by accident, and we got to build relationships, and then people on their own volition got to know me, like me, and trust me. I was always there for the right people, helping those people, pushing them up. And guess what? Most of them didn't know where their guy was. They didn't even remember his name. So when things started changing, the market went down, they called me and I talked to them. So it was just going out there trying to find the right people, loving on the right people, sorting the right people. And yeah, and Miss Raquel, I can't roll my R's. Raquel Flores, right? She's here. She was one of the early day people that, we were just all passion and no clue. And we just kind of pushed each other up and wow, look what happened. It's been
Uh,
amazing.
that's fantastic. I can't roll my R's either. Raquel Flores, like it.
Yeah, that's worse than mine. Hey,
Yeah,
imagine
woohoo!
that.
Another thing we have in common. So the people that come to you for help, you help them grow their community, grow on LinkedIn. Are you also helping them with financial coaching? Do they go hand in hand? Is it separate?
They're separate because you never want to commingle, but most people nowadays do different things. And so I think of it this way. The hounds and the LinkedIn, the social media, and all the connections and helping people. I mean, you've seen the show where we put people on and help the audience. And a lot of the folks that watch us are entrepreneurs. They're new to
Mhm.
it, or they just don't know what they're doing, but they want to do something. And all of that is just to get visibility, to get people to see us. And if they like us and they feel like they want to be a part of who we are and how we do and our philosophy, at that point, when I meet with people, it's like a buffet. Look, you can have all, none, some, come back later, right? I don't care. I don't care if people tell me yes or no. Understand this. I tell them all day long. I say, I don't care if you say yes or no to me or my business or what I can do, whether it's the business coaching or the financial coaching. What I do care about is that you know what the hell you're saying yes and no to, right? Like so I tell people, here's what I got, watch this, look at that. If you have a need, come see me. If not, at
Mhm.
least you know what I do. You can share me with other people when they have a need for me. And imagine that. I don't have a bad meeting anymore because nobody's under pressure. Nobody's feeling like coerced. I'm so goofy and plain honest. It's ridiculous, man. I'll tell you real quick.
I love
I
that.
know I'm taking your show over, but I'm
No,
gonna
no,
move
no,
on.
no. Take it. If this is your show, Mike, take it
So I had
over.
this lady. I love this lady, man. This lady, I'm not gonna call her out too much, but y'all know who I'm talking about. She's an Appalachian woman, and yeah, my I sound like New York City with her. Yeah, she got an accent. So we were talking, and at the end of this talk, she says, "Well, you're kind of trying to sort of pitch me." I lost it. I said, "Oh hell no! I am 1,000% pitching you. You should pay me right now." Absolutely. She's like, I said, "No, I would blow you up. I would. Oh my gosh, it'd be so much fun. I love to work with you, but you don't have to. I mean, just go watch stuff. That's it. Of course, I want to work with you. Of course, I want to do business with you, but you don't have to. I'm not going to hound you. I'm going to push you up, support you. I mean, when you're ready, you'll either work with me or you'll send me people." And that's just my philosophy. And I had no clue it would work. But as you can see in the chat, there's a lot of people here because of that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
These are your people.
it's whatever somebody needs, then I will help them. But I don't ever. I just want people to know, don't have to sell it.
Yeah, I love that philosophy. And you're so confident in the way that you share it. There's nobody who's going to question that that's your true motive, right?
Right.
Because a lot of people would say, no, 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 I'm not trying to pitch you. But it's just a psychological play. But for you, you really don't care. I'm here to help you or not. I'm going to give you my advice or
Dude,
not. But either way, I just want to support you.
big time. Yeah, yeah. That's what somebody told me one time. They're like, "Oh, that's called a takeaway. It works most of the time." I said, "No, it works all the time because I'm not playing. That's it's not
Mhm.
a game.
Yeah.
And it's not a rude thing. If they're crossing their arms and doing all this and they're not responsive and they're closed minded, why would you piss anybody off? Anything you say is not received.
Hmm.
So, but I tell you this, here's what I tell people. Write this down if you're out there. All right. I tell people all the time, look, Tammy Fisher's with me. She knows. Um, I say, look, like I got sidetracked. Like, I seen a shiny object just went off track.
Squirrel.
Um, yeah, I know. It's a squirrel. What the hell was I saying? Yeah.
Get the
So, yeah, help me out. What was what was I saying? It's been a long day.
something you
It's been
say all
fun.
the time. Get a pen. I got my pen and
Yeah,
make it
before
easier for
that,
you. No,
you
you
better
were.
take notes.
Well, I
You
thought
better
maybe it
take
would help
notes.
you if you saw me get my pen out. Um, Man, you were talking about crossing your arms and being all upset in the psychological
Oh,
play. Ah, yes.
here's what I asked. Good job. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking that one. Here's what I told him. I said, listen, I appreciate you not wasting my time nor your time. Right? You're indicating to me that you're just not ready. This is not comfortable. Whatever. That's fine. I said, so I tell you what. You come back to me when the time's right, or you have a question. No embarrassment. We'll pick up where we left off. I promise you. I'm not going to rehash the past. We'll just go forward. And wouldn't you know, I had somebody that had, and this happened to me 3 times in the last several years, where I'm like, why didn't they listen? Why didn't they do business with me? Well, you know why? Because they were getting divorced and nobody knew it. It had
Hmm.
nothing to do with me. So when I realized those kind of things, I'm like, you know, we get in this kind of, we're told and we read books about pushing and selling. Man, sometimes letting shit go is better, right? Like just sometimes taking a step back, going, I really want to work with you guys, but you're not ready, and I respect that, and I'm
Hmm.
gonna go over here and do some stuff, and I kept up with these people. I told them Happy New Year, and, I've thrown refer them to people because I knew they were the right people. You don't do that to everybody, but when you
Yeah.
find the right people, you gotta be patient and love on them, and I think that's the difference between just sales versus relationship, um, knowing that the right people will pay dividends. They're worth the investment, they're worth the time. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. And there's something in there too. Like there's a universal law of attraction. The more you want something and you are like, I don't have it and I want it so bad, the more it's going to evade you. So by letting go of the outcome and just knowing that everything that's meant for you will come is going to make not only your life way more calm, everybody else's life around you way easier to work with, but it's also going to
Yeah.
come to you tenfold.
Well, it's like giving Freddy Krueger a hug, right? If you force stuff, it's probably not that good. Sometimes you don't want to work with those people in the first place, or do that thing or start that business. You just have to have kind of, a playful attitude,
Hmm.
and experimentation. It used to be when I failed, I would unravel, right? Like, oh, I suck and I can't do this. But now
Hmm.
if you ever went to a science lab, any science lab, and you see people doing experiments, well, what happens when the scientist doesn't get the experiment right? He gets pissed and throws the beaker and starts cussing and unravel. No, they expect failure. They're like, oh, hey, matter of fact, when they fail 600 times, they get excited because they thought it would take 6,000 failures.
Hmm. That's
I mean, it's
very
a
true.
so
That's the mindset of
everybody,
Thomas
yeah,
Edison, I believe.
yeah, he said 9,999 ways not to do it.
Yeah.
And one of again, it sounds like horse crap until you actually experiment with these philosophies, and I just found it was better than stressing out and, yelling at the cat and stuff like that. It's because it's real. It's not bull
Hmm.
stuff. If you actually experiment with it, you'll find that it's useful to you. And tell me when being stressed out and upset and worried and about the bills has ever made you a better salesperson or a better business person. Has it? You
No,
ever
it
notice
makes
that?
you desperate. You got desperation breath, and nobody wants to come near you.
Yeah, there's a difference between having a sense of urgency and desire versus panic. And I
Hmm.
think that's the key. If you have fun with this, be playful. And, that's why I wear this hat. I'm not bald. See everybody? I'm kind of bald.
I was
There you
waiting for
go. I
that.
just see,
Looks like you
see,
just got a fresh
but
cut, actually.
I did. I did. I actually
Uh,
paid for it.
what?
Yeah.
That's shocking. $5?
Money. Yeah. Not wooden nickels. Yeah, money. No, it was, oh, 25 bucks.
That is insane. You don't have
Well,
enough
but
hair to be $5.
I have a really lumpy head and it kind of, damages the the razor, but hey, we don't want to talk about that here. No, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, okay, we'll move right past that one. But just for everybody to know, Mike has a lumpy head. If you want to cut his hair for $5, you might need new cutters after.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a lawnmower or a weed eater or something. Don't damage your clippers.
I've
Well, I
got
hope no
so many
hairstylists.
images in my head right now. I'm just like, where were we? It doesn't even matter at
Right.
this point.
You asked me to come here. You had time to
I
prepare. You
yes,
knew what you were getting into.
yes, and you talked about working with the right person, and something you mentioned when we were talking before we actually went live was that you played around with some silly questions, things that kind of give you a sense of maybe the type of person somebody is before a meeting. Can you tell us some of those questions and how you determine the right person?
All right. You're referring to the Zoom calendar links, right? Okay. I don't
So
care if
maybe
I
tell
get
the
heat.
backstory behind that, and then your
Okay.
questions.
So I was I was experimenting with this whole relationship and it works, guys. I mean, when you do the right thing, people advocate. They advocate for you, they advocate for me, and they tell people about you and they're passionate. And people are like, "Wow, this person's really excited about Sam and Mike or Raquel or whoever." And so the thing was is that these hardcore sales guys, I guess I'm the unicorn. They like if I exist, they can't keep saying what they say. It was funny. Like they couldn't believe I existed. So they put me in this group with 12 people and I got excited. I'm like, wow, I get to talk to 12 people and it might be oh no. So I started clicking on these and their Zoom calendar links had like 50 questions, 8, 10 required questions, and I was just going livid. It says, can you afford me? Who the hell are you? Like, like, what do you mean? Can I afford you? Like, that's weird. Like, so you go to a guy you're gonna date. You're like, how much money do you make? Can you buy me a big house? Like, dude, I'm not even gonna buy you this cheeseburger now. Like,
That's
that's
a
a
second
stupid
date
thing to say.
question. Come on.
Dude, dog parks, dating, and relationship and business. There's no difference to me, and you'll see that soon. So I just kept on. Finally, I just left. I just left. I said, I can't deal with y'all. I mean, well, Jesus, sweet Jesus. And so I got on my show and I just started thinking about it. And so what I did was I was like, if I was to do that. If I was to put questions on my Zoom calendar, what kind of questions would I put? And one of them was, if you see an old lady and she falls down the street and there's light to moderate traffic and you're busy, would you go help her? Because if you say no or think about it, I don't want to meet you. Like that would be a qualifying question that I would care about way more
Mhm.
than stuff. So my point was is that I do qualify. They assumed I didn't qualify, that I just meet with anybody. That's ridiculous. That's a waste of time. I got 24 hours just like you do. So what I do is I have a conversation in the chat messages using voice messages and different things. And I qualified that. That way, if I don't want to meet you or it's not a good fit, you still like me. You're not
Mhm.
bad mouthing me, and you're probably going to be appreciative of me being candid and honest and help you. That you're going to go talk to me about me to people. And
Mhm.
I just there's just no more kindergarten skills. Everybody's so into the next biggest marketing thing that no one stopped to realize that we're just grown up kids and we like to be treated well. And if we can modify that in our business, and it's not just a personal brand, my business is growing and the people in that business carry forward those principles. So don't tell me, well, when you grow up and get big, well, first of all, I'm already big. I just don't talk about it. Second of all, you can do it. Absolutely. There's tons of brands and big companies that still have a personal touch that people still champion. So
Mhm.
I'm just saying, if you're hearing this stuff and you're doing it well, just hang up. Don't watch me. Don't listen to me. Good for you, because I wish I could do hard sales like you. But if you're like me and you suck at it and you don't like it, it makes you feel uncomfortable, then I'm going to encourage you to go out there and practice your kindergarten skills and show some love to some folks. See what happens. You'll be amazed.
I love that. Super inspiring. It's definitely been like a journey for me, coming into sales and having that uncomfortability where someone gives me a wall. A lot of people figure out a way to leap over it. And I'm like, okay, I'm out of here, like, no, no problem. Don't want to bother you.
Whew.
But sometimes you have to, just like walk around the wall and try to figure out what's really going on without the end goal being the ultimate sell. It's just a matter of continuing the conversation versus like putting your tail in between your legs and running away and hiding because they said, I don't think
Yeah.
so. So, yeah, it's very
But
inspiring to hear what you're saying.
but even with your style, and that's where people get twisted, right? Like I'm all attraction. I don't dog catch. I don't do it. I don't send out messages. I don't send out connection requests. It's just me. I'm not saying, but I've had people that want to go a different approach, and I've sent to you, right? Like I'm not knocking approaches. What I'm saying is,
Mhm.
We're on LinkedIn. You, Basic people are giving you their information without them even knowing about it. You can go to their profile, find out where they worked, what they do, what their interests are, what they post about. Why wouldn't you take 1 to 2 minutes, no matter what you're doing, no matter how you're prospecting, no matter how you're networking? Are you really that busy you can't spend 25 seconds to look at somebody's profile before you say hi? Get the hell out of here. And
No.
so again, even if you leave a direct message, I don't have a problem with that. But hey, Mike, I saw your show and I really like that bit about with Meredith, beating up the sailors. I know you paid attention to me. I'll go, holy crap. Now, even if you just watch 20 seconds of my show, do you think I care?
No.
I've seen 4 people yesterday that popped in. I bet you they didn't spend 5 seconds on my show, and I don't give a crap. They showed up for me, and they had whiny kids and things to do. My point is, when you show interest and genuine interest, it doesn't take that long. Stop talking about yourself. Get them to ask you about you. That's you know how rambly I am. People will listen to me ramble for an hour.
Yes, I've done that.
No, it's amazing. But you know why? Because I've done so much for them that they reach out to me and say, I want to know you have something I can use. I want to know you. I appreciate you. And now it's okay. If I called them and said, talk about me, oh, hell no. We don't want to talk about you, weirdo. All right. So go out there and Miss Raquel, Johanna, Tracy, all of them. Look, Paul, good to see you. All these people do that or they wouldn't be hanging with me. They've been blocked me already. So if you wanted somebody out there in this audience to go make friends with and play nice and have fun with, go say hi.
Absolutely, I will. I'll be sending a connection request to build a connection with each one of them. I caught myself as I said that because you're like, I don't send connection requests, but I do. I love sending connection requests because I love connecting to new people.
Sometimes, well, but look at you, and look at me, right? I mean, if you want, I mean,
That means
come
nothing.
on. Yeah, I mean, if your car broke down, and you walked up to a house, they'll let you in. If I walked up to a house, they're going to call the police and talk through the speaker. I mean, but when
That's
you make
fair.
a
Yeah.
connection with somebody, then you can send a connection request. But don't just send blind. Don't just say same old cookie cutter. Take an extra 10 minutes to say something meaningful, to do
Mhm.
something valuable to that person. And it doesn't have to be huge. Just try. Try. I think I said, "Hey, um, I like your hat," or something. That's enough. Like I'm easy to please.
Yeah.
Like, that's how me and you met. We met through somebody. I don't even remember how did we meet?
No, I can't remember how I came across your profile to be honest, but I just saw Redneck Financial Coach and I sent you a connection
That
request.
was it.
Hey, I'm from Alberta. I'm Redneck also. We have to be connected. And that was
Now I
that.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I love your
You're the
hat
one.
too, but yeah, I'm the one. That just struck me as unique and immediately full of personality. And I knew that I had to connect with you because of that. So that's
Yeah.
why it's so important to put a piece of your personality on your profile too, because we are more than just professionals in a job title. We are real people with real aspects to ourselves that are worth sharing.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, courage. I keep seeing Johanna. I keep picking on her because she's a quiet little shy thing, right? She likes to paint. She does a live stream on Tuesdays, 11 Mountain Time. Shameless plug. And she, but she's so courageous. I mean, when she said hi to me, and I was like, "Hey, let's do a Zoom." She's like, "No, thank you." But then I saw her. I'm like, she does a live stream because the fear of being out there. She had more fear of not being seen and diving into her passion, right? That's what it's
Mhm.
about. You don't have to be special or be a cartoon character, right? You just have to be you and be your best self. And don't be afraid of that. I've had guys from venture capitalist firms reach out to me to find out what I'm doing. New York City, I was offered a job a few months ago from a prestigious firm. Now, I'm
Wow.
not going to New York City. You ever seen Crocodile Dundee 2? Remember when he went to New York? That's me. No, it's gonna be awful. But you know what I told the guy? I said, "I'll tell you what." I said, "You look like a little league coach, and you look like kind of a beach boy kind of guy. You should wear your Hawaiian shirt at work tomorrow, and you should do your thing." And I said, "Your coworkers are going to laugh at you and threaten to fire you." I said, "But when you kick their ass next quarter, guess who won't be laughing?" And you know what I thought he was going to hang up. You know what he said? "Oh, well, we have a prestigious asset management side of our firm." I'm like, "Are you serious? You want me to interview with your director? He said something about, oh, he said, you have a non compete or something. I'm like, oh, and by the way, I said the craziest stuff to him. He said, do you have a non compete? You know what I said? I said, you don't think I could rebuild if I did? Oh, man, that was yeah. I was like, dude, I don't believe what I just said. It just came out, right? Um, but the confidence of that, I mean, who would have thought? And I have gotten I've been blessed with such people that, I sit down with them and I have no idea how successful they were. And that never happened until I let myself out, had the courage, got beat up for months after months to figure it out. And I'm so glad I did. And so I want to encourage people, if you're trying to find your way, you'll have the courage to go out on your own, but deep down, you could do it, because it's going to suck at first. All right. But man, I promise you, when you get to that point, all the pain and all the rejection, all the sadness, all the challenges, you won't even remember them. I don't remember any of it. All I remember is all these great people being here with you, surrounded by winners, um, opportunities galore beyond belief, all because I didn't want to be homeless. I was going to do it my way. I wasn't going to settle working for a job or working with people I didn't like, and I just
Mhm.
wanted more. And that's what this community and this pack community is all about. It's just lifting people up because, let's face it, you probably been told you wasn't good enough and didn't come from the right place or wrong gender, wrong color. We need to overcome that. This
Mhm.
community, we do that. We're just like, hey, we call the bull stuff on people. Like, you can't see what I see. And that's what happens. Like, they see the good in me, they see the weaknesses. By the way, somebody said, "What's your weaknesses?" I don't know. I outsource that shit. And I look, I got people that take care of my weaknesses, so I guess I have none, right? Like, but
Right.
find your tribe, and if you don't have one, come to mine. If you don't like it, go start your own. That's it. And how do you start your own? Do like Sam, just smile at everybody and say nice stuff and do good things. That's how she's built her shit from the ground up, by being a likable, caring individual. That's it.
Aw, thank you. And you
You're
know what?
welcome. It's
I
true.
love, like, through all of your rambles, there is so much insight and knowledge and care and wisdom in there. And you
The
just have
weave
to,
through
like,
it.
yeah, you got
It's
to
all good.
sift through the weeds a little bit. But you know what? Like, everything you say is just filling me with inspiration and joy. And I'm loving this conversation. It's so good. We have
Yeah.
about 3 minutes until we are wrapping up here.
3 minutes.
So yeah, we're almost done. And I actually have a call directly after this. So, Christopher Salem, if you see this, I will be there. But I wanted to
It's my
know,
fault.
yeah, but that's okay. I'll just blame it on you, and I'll send him to your tribe, and then he'll have a whole new loving surroundings of people to support him. So, I'm curious, if someone was to either work with you or refer somebody to you, who would be the person that they refer to you?
That's interesting, because I would say everybody a couple months ago. But yeah, I really enjoy, and I've saw that people who get the best benefit for me, or honestly, as far as the financial side, or single and divorced professional women, especially entrepreneurial women. So women who are going from corporate to maybe a side hustle or a part-time, that is something that I know a lot about,
Okay.
and have helped. If you check out my profile on the recommendations on my
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn profile, you'll see it, right? And so but I really enjoy helping. It's just most rewarding to me. They shout me from the rooftops because, job well done and honest and all that. So that's my main thing. And when it comes to uh, social media or business consulting and things like that, pretty much anybody who's in a transition, or they're stuck in the entrepreneurial level, or they're trying to get there. And some of these people in the chat, I know, like, they're like, "Hey, I want to do something, but I don't even know what the hell it is." I'm your guy for that, because that's part of the journey. Is I spent decades being not knowing what to do, and being stuck. So really, it's just, and if I can't help you, I know a lot of people. I'll send you somebody who can help you. Um, but yeah, anybody who just wants to do something, you just been held back, you don't know what to do, just give me a call. Just give me a ring, carrier pigeon, whatever. Just reach
Awesome.
out.
Yeah. Send him a connection request on LinkedIn and refer to his hat
Yeah,
or something on his profile. Take 10 seconds and say, "Hey, I saw the live and I'm going to do this."
I might do merch. I don't know. I might do redneck merch. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. Should get us. Yeah. Yes. 110%. Maybe not in Alabama, but
Yeah, we got Alabama and Alberta. Hell, I could sell like 8 billion of them right there, right?
yes,
Yes, yeah, all the
100%.
Alabama
I
people.
would absolutely support you in that.
Connect with me, Alabama, Alberta. I got you. All right.
And
And
everywhere else.
Uganda likes the hounds. Hey, I
Yeah,
love
why
being
not?
worldwide.
New Zealand
It's
too.
great.
Anyone from New Zealand? Connect. You'll see your place actually right behind me
Yep.
here.
And my Australian mates. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there we go. Oh yeah. I'm not going to pull out an accent. I've been told I'm terrible at it. So we'll leave it there. Oh, and Paul says if you want merch, he knows a person. So there we go.
There you go,
It's all
Paul.
coming together.
Yeah. I like Paul. He's a good guy, man. Paul, send me a
Yeah,
message, man.
I like his smile. It looks
We
like
need
a
to
good
meet.
guy. So thanks everybody who tuned in. Mike, thank you for bringing so many awesome people to come watch us talk. This was super fun, and I'm filled with just like excitement. I don't have any coffee, and I was like, oh, I really want coffee, and now I don't need it because I'm just filled with the coffee of Mike. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
You overdose. Hey, small doses, you overdose. But hey, I'm all about collaborating. I'm not one of those guys that gets big and wants to. No, all boats rise. I like supporting other live streams, podcasts, community groups. Man, if you're good people, I'll support and boost you.
Absolutely,
If you're
same
not
here.
good people, block me now. Do us all a favor. Right?
And anybody here, I saw Randall said in the comments, nice to meet you, Sam. It's nice to meet you too. Anyone who wants to connect with me. Let's get to know each other and build a stronger community.
Absolutely. You're great. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm rooting for you big time.